A mysterious and rare condition transmitted by ticks may be on the rise. A bite from the aggressive Lonestar tick can cause people to develop a red meat allergy and, in some cases, a reaction to dairy products. A researcher from the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, discovered more than 5,000 cases were reported in the country. That is up from 3,500 2 years ago. The Lonestar tick is found in much of the eastern U.S., but it is most common in the south. Some reports show the ticks are spreading to new areas as temperatures climb. Our Dr. Narula is here with the news. Good morning, Doc.
The not good news.
The not good news. How does it work that a tick can cause something like a meat allergy?
It sounds crazy.
Yeah.
So this is really an emerging allergy that we've just begun to characterize in the last 10 years, so much so that we don't really track cases with the CDC. But essentially, the meat allergy is an allergy to a sugar or carbohydrate that's found in animals that are non-primates. So the cells and tissues of cows, pigs, sheep, they carry this, it's called alpha galactose carbohydrate. We don't. So when the tick bites those wild animals and then bites us, the theory is that it's injecting us, essentially, entering into our bloodstream is this sugar that we are not used to. Our body mounts an antibody response, and then when we eat meat, it's in some people who are sensitized, they can have an allergic reaction.
Is it permanent if you get it?
So in some cases it could be, but in most cases we think that it can dissipate over time, usually within a couple years. But if you get another tick bite, 2 to 3 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
But if you get tick bites again, then it's going to make it longer for the condition to go away.
What are the symptoms of a Lonestar tick bite? I love how you say it's named after my home state.
Sorry about
I'm not proud of this time around. But
So in the meat allergy, we're talking about a skin rash, hives, gastrointestinal symptoms, so cramps, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea. You can also have asthma or even anaphylaxis. So you can treat it with antihistamines, steroids. People who have severe reaction should carry an EpiPen. But as I mentioned, no real treatment or cure other than avoiding red meat.
Do Lonestar ticks look different than other ticks?
They have small cowboy hats.
boots. It's the cowboy boots. Yeah.
4 little boots. No. They have a white spot, the females do, on their brown back. The males have kind of white streaks or spots around the outside.
But that's very imperceptible, right? You're not actually able to tell with the naked eye?
I think that you would have to really look very, very closely. But the important thing is to do tick checks when you come in from being outdoors, take a shower. You can wash your clothes or put them in the dryer for 10 minutes on high heat. That will kill the ticks. Avoid kind of those high grassy areas. Stay on the trails. So there's things you can do. Treat your dogs for ticks. That could help.
The summer warming environment, global climate change, all of these things are contributing to an increase in parasites like ticks. We're also talking about mosquitoes. It is mosquito season upon us.
Yes.
What should we be doing generally to protect ourselves?
Well, so one of the things that people think about, for instance, is West Nile virus, or Zika, we talked about before.
Yep.
Important things, removing standing water, again, using EPA repellents. You can also treat your gear with permethrin, using screens, staying indoors, air conditioning. So, there are things you can do. But unfortunately, for things like West Nile, for example, in most cases, there aren't symptoms. 1 out of 5 people will get things like fever, rash, headache, joint pain, muscle aches. And then 1 out of 150 can develop more severe cases like encephalitis or meningitis, which is inflammation of the brain or
serious
spinal cord.
stuff. Very serious
Serious
stuff.
Pesky insects messing with us summer. Tara, thanks.